Do you love motherhood, but you also feel like you're drowning? Do you feed your kids organic fruit, but don't mind some screen time? Then this is the podcast for you. We are the Scrunchy Moms Club who like to keep it real and relatable about the roller coaster of motherhood. We aren't silky moms, we aren't crunchy moms, but we are scrunchy moms. Oh, welcome back, Scrunchy Moms.
Hello.
Welcome back. We're
live, barely, but we are live.
We're here. We've made it. It's, oh gosh, what a time it's been for both of our households.
I feel like we've lived a million years since last time. I feel like I've lived 1,000 lives since the last time I picked up this microphone.
What?
Since I picked up this microphone, I feel like I've lived so many lives, so many tales to tell.
Tales to tell, so many germs to have been had around here.
Frickin' germs.
What a time. Well, I first want to address me being in Jonah's room, and then we can get into it all, because I told Savannah I wouldn't tell her until we started recording. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm in Jonah's room right now. It's a fucking mess in here. I'm so sorry. If you guys are viewing this, but you know what? I'm a mom.
It's a realistic 3-year-old's room.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And also we're also organizing a lot more in here right now. So just give me a break. All right. I don't care what you have to say. So that's number one. But I don't know if anybody else's husband does this, but because I haven't even told you this, Savannah.
Okay.
My husband decided that 4 or 5 weeks before having this baby, that let's redo our shower.
Oh. Totally construct it,
totally,
take tiles out.
Correct.
So funny from going from not wanting to call a plumber to fix the toilet to totally redoing the shower. That's a big spectrum to go from one end to the other.
Savannah Ann, it really, I don't have the bandwidth in me to fight.
Right. You have to surrender.
This is something, marriage, there are times where you just have to surrender and
pick your battles.
And also I have a child inside of me I'm trying to be chill and cool as a cucumber. So so today is demo day. So if you hear some banging, if you hear, because the thing is, I usually record in my dining room, and my dining room, that wall is the shower, the shower.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no way I could have recorded in there. So I'm in Jonah's room, and it's fine. I'm actually
but you're
I'm
gonna
on
have
a nice
such a nice shower.
What?
You're gonna have such a nice shower come however long it takes.
I told this man, the contractor, was like, I am about to be 9 months pregnant. It needs to take 1 week tops, and that's it. And he was like, okay, I'm doing my best.
Which contractor time, 2-3 weeks. But
God forbid. I mean, would this have been the first thing on my agenda of things to get done before the baby comes? No. But again, I'm just in this, I could either I could pop off, but you know what? I'm just going to surrender, like you just said. And it is what
surrender
it is.
To the insanity.
So I'm back to now, now we all have to go share the guest bathroom, and it's tiny. And so we're moved out for, hopefully a week. I'll report back to the listeners and let you know how the project's going.
I'm seriously so shocked that he decided to do that.
Same, but that's what I'm saying. I wonder if anybody else's husbands have these random oh, let's redo this right before the baby comes, and
impulsive,
impulsive projects that are not necessary. Because have we talked about redoing the shower? Yeah, but it's never been top of mind priority. So that's
especially now, babies due literally any day now, hopefully in a month.
Yeah.
Even less. Yeah. But that's crazy. So that's crazy.
So I just wanted to address that elephant in the room. That's
a crazy Aquarius behavior from good old Sammy boy.
I'm okay. I will be okay. It's also like the dust for me too. It's like I'm just getting over COVID and like now I have to like breathe in all this dust. Like, cool, great. But
love it here.
Yeah, we're just I'm just going with the flow. I'm so chill.
No, I feel like this month has been so crazy. And then with the sickness that we'll talk about, yeah, it's just like the house could go burst up in flames. And I'm just like, okay, like, what else you got?
Like, literally. I know, like, after we all got sick, I think I was saying it to you. I'm like, I think we should just like buy a new house or like bomb it and start over. I don't know. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Literally just move out. It's like when you see
when your whole household gets sick, it's like, it's so hard.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
I guess
it's like
let's just get into it really quick. Like, yeah, Savannah and I have been survivors. My whole household had COVID plus the flu B. And then Savannah's whole household had hand, foot, and mouth. So, which apparently are like the top 3 sicknesses.
Summer sicknesses.
Yeah, that are going around right now.
Yeah, because when people think summer, at least for me, like, and we had the same problem last summer where we got sick so much that I'm like, what's going on? But apparently like June is peak sickness because everyone's out of school. Everyone's still like from whatever sickness they got at school, they're bringing it. And yeah, apparently good HFM, hand, foot, mouth is a very popular summer sickness, which.
Well, it makes sense because like the sweat
it does make sense.
You know.
Oh my God. Yeah. So let's just start with me. So yeah, we had this whole month has just been like out of routine for me, which, you know, I thrive out of routine. So I'm just like, I'm thriving over here. But we went from one vacation to another vacation, club to another club. And then honestly, I was like, I wasn't putting it out to the universe because, you know, when you say things, then they ricochet back at you. But I was like, it's crazy that we have not gotten sick. Like we went on 4 airplanes, 2 vacations, saw friends, family. Like I'm thriving over here with my wipes and Lysol, like whatever. And then we get back from our Disney staycation and like 2 days later, like clockwork, like Julian's just like kind of seeming funky, random fever out of nowhere. And then boom. And then he started getting the rash. Because at first I was like, I don't know, maybe he's teething because it's just a fever. Apparently that's how good HFM starts, just random fever. And then the leprosy spots, then the spots start coming.
I do want to preface that, like, I had Jonah had hand, foot, and mouth last summer. And I was saying to Savannah, like, there is nothing that I would rather have anything else than hand, foot, and mouth.
Yeah, I feel like as a mom, as a hypochondriac, this is another thing. I think the viewers sort of know this about me, but like, I don't think it's emphasized enough. I'm such a germaphobe, like becoming a mom. I'm such a hypochondriac. I have really bad health anxiety. So any sickness, like my anxiety's ramped up. I'm popping the hydroxyzines like candy. Like I just need to calm down. But this, yeah, I think hand, foot, mouth, and pink eye are like, have been my, oh my God, please don't bring that into my house. Just because of one, the contagiousness, like how highly contagious they are. 1, 2, hand, foot, and mouth for me was just so hard because it's unlike any other sickness I've ever dealt with. Like I feel like I'm a pretty good vet when it comes to any cold and flu. Like I have the saline spray, I have the snot snucker, I have the humidifier. Like I know the routine, I have everything in my arsenal ready to go. But like hand, foot, and mouth, I know nothing. It's the craziest.
And it's like the one that you also like have, especially like the mouth sores, like you just have the least control. Like there's literally
least control, least
do.
knowledge. There's nothing I have in my arsenal. I don't know, like, because they're not like they were coughing, sneezing. It's just this horrible, painful rash that like really there's no medication you get from the doctor. It's really just trying to keep them comfortable. But it's insane. And it's so highly contagious. So, and I've also heard that like, it's really rare for adults to get it because most likely they've built up their immunity or they've had it before. But when they do get it, it's so horrible. Because, you know, kids are resilient, as we say. So like, I was just dreading that because I didn't want to get it. So like I have never cleaned. I went through 3 of those huge aerosol Lysol cans. Like I was sanitizing like nobody is sanitized. I've never washed my hair that much in my life. I was taking 2 showers a day, like insanity.
Yeah.
And so it's just like such a mental battle, a physical battle. They were in so much pain and so uncomfortable. Also, the quarantine, like I said, because it's so contagious, like with cold and flu, yes, you shouldn't leave the house, but like this, you cannot leave the house. So like we were literally just...
You have to stay home for a week, basically.
Yeah. And even when they're and that's another thing that pisses me off, which this is like every illness, but like everything you see online, even doctor to doctor, it's different. Like some people say 24-hour fever free, you're not contagious anymore. Some people say you have no new spots, you're not contagious. Some people say you have to wait for all of the spots to be gone, which takes up to like 2 weeks. So I'm just like, though that's like not fun because like all of the stuff you read online is different. What people will say, the remedies. I told Lyla, this has brought out my crunchy side because I'm like doing the baking soda and apple cider vinegar baths and like putting random shit all over them.
Yeah, you have to get real like crafty with your remedies because there's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing medicinal besides for pain comfort, aka like Tylenol, Motrin, that you can really do. So like, the oatmeal baths and all that jazz.
So it was a journey, mentally, physically. Like, I don't even know how we made it on the other side, honestly. And I will say Taylor and I did not get sick. Like, oh my God. Like, thank the heavens, because that just would have been a whole other battle. But so we just are now on the other side of that. But it was a journey I don't even think I can emphasize. And like I said, because I'm such a hypochondriac germaphobe, this was like throwing me in the water with no floaties. Like this was just like sink or swim.
No, it's the worst. It's the worst one you could get. Like I will.
It's the worst.
I was saying to you, I'm like, that was when we had it in our house. Like, no, it was, and you can't go anywhere. So you just.
And I think that was it because we already had like gone off of the 2 vacations in a row. Like the whole month of June, we've been out of routine. Then to be stuck at the house, like out of routine also because they're in so much pain. So it's like increased screen time, like they really got whatever they wanted. And we were literally stuck in the house. So it's just been like for every member of our family, it's this last week has been hell, like hell.
Yeah.
But things are finally looking up. They went to the park today for the first time. You know, they're there now, but
so good.
It's been a freaking journey.
Yeah. No, I feel you in that regard because
That reminds me, I'm going to send Taylor a text to remember to wipe their hands down after the playground because I'm just like, we cannot afford another illness. But anyway, so you talk about your sickness journey.
Yeah. So we got COVID and flu B, which was hilarious in my head because, I took Jonah to the pediatrician because he had a fever for like a day. And I was like, I don't know, like, let's just check for ears, just to make sure that it's not an ear infection. Because his only symptom was a fever. And so I took him, his ears were fine, but then they did the COVID. They did COVID and flu the swab on the nose, and my pediatrician comes in cracking up. He's like, so he has both COVID and flu B. I don't know how that happens, but here we are. And I'm like, okay, great. Awesome. And he's more like, after 24 hours of no fever and no symptoms, like go back to, life.
It's just a wild thing that's because that's what our doctor told us too. And I'm just like, going from COVID where it was literally like 2 days, every 2 weeks isolation. Like,
no, they treat COVID like literally the pediatrician didn't even wear a mask coming in. He was like, y'all have COVID and flu, like, just
right.
Buckle up, like have a nice day.
Just like the change in the last few years is crazy.
It's so funny how much it's changed. Yeah. Because I also it's funny, the 3 of us got COVID as a family 3 summers ago exactly. And Jonah was 6 months old when that happened.
I remember.
So it's so funny, like literally to the month. Like we also had it in June 2022 and now we're June 2025. So
but I was telling her like it's kind of a good thing because now it's like you guys all got your COVID booster before the baby, like your immunity is good.
Yeah, I was going to say that like if there were any time to get it, like now would be it. But let me tell you, I was 33 weeks at that time. So being 33 weeks pregnant, coughing and sneezing and I got every symptom in the book, fever, aches, chills, like I got it all. Jonah 1 day and a half of fever, and he was literally fine. There's
No, these kids are so resilient. It's crazy.
But Jonah resilience is
I know. He is
because
Jonah's like, I've literally had my heart like cut open. Like, what do you got? Like COVID? Like, okay.
Like, stand up, ho. Like, he like literally.
Yeah, like, I've been on a ventilator. Like, this is nothing. Like, what else you got?
Truly, like, he's like some enlightened little being that like just like, yeah, when he's sick, like it's like barely anything, even if it's like, the worst thing. So yeah, so he's fine after a day and a half. And what happens to Sam and I a day and a half later? We all have it.
That's the thing about being sick as parents. It's like, as soon as you get sick, they're good. And they're like, let's go. And you're like, no.
But I still had
to take some time off.
I know. And I still had to wait like the 24 hours because it wasn't like quite 24 hours to send him back to ABA. And I didn't want to be that parent. So I was like, I'll keep him home one more day. But that was the day that like was Sam and I's worst day where I never bring out the tablet at home. And your girl did it because we were dead. We were dead. And Jonah's just jumping, chilling, living, laughing, And so, yeah, we had to just like give him the tablet in our bed and like, while each of us took turns taking naps. And it was just, and I obviously like took a lot more medicine than I would have loved to have, but it is what it is. Like, and it's not like any of them made me feel like a million times amazingly better. Like that was the other thing. So it was like,
it just like keeps you going.
Yeah, barely. Yeah. So yeah, it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It took like a good 5 days for me to finally feel okay, which like, but Sam got better like a couple days before that. So that's the thing. Like I had the worst of it because I'm pregnant. My immune system is compromised, but also I couldn't take as much as Sam could. Sam could take an allergy pill. He could take a Advil. He could
Dayquil, NyQuil. Yeah.
He could take all that stuff. And your girl couldn't. So, and now I feel like I'm just very congested, as you can hear. Like I don't sound like 100% amazing.
And you already are. Your breathing is already compromised when you're pregnant, especially last trimester. So it's just like, let's add that on top of it.
No, the nasal spray. I've never sprayed so much in my life. The addiction is through the roof. No, I'm spraying like 5-6 times a day because again, like I just prioritize breathing. Like sue me. Like
you're right.
I think it's pretty essential to life. I don't know. And Michelle Obama's also addicted to I almost said nasal spray. So you know what? If she is, then I can be too. Like
queen. Yeah.
So I heard that on a podcast, by the way. I'm not just pulling that out of my ass. So so just like battling but the thing is when I cough or sneeze, I asked my brother-in-law the other day, I was like, can you crack a rib from like,
I think you can.
I know. Cause like every time I cough, it's like my left side, like it's so painful, but then it goes right away. Like it's just only in the act of coughing and sneezing.
You might have, but even there's nothing they can do about it. Like
nope,
literally nothing.
You just have to just
live, laugh, love.
Cracked rib. Live, laugh, love. Through the rest of this pregnancy. Yeah. And the same thing, like when I called my OB and they were like, I was like, yeah, I have COVID. And they're like, and like, I'm like, okay.
I know. Like you're not dying. So goodbye. I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like they were like, as long as you're hydrated and the baby's moving, which baby girl was moving just fine. So I wasn't too concerned. But then like when I went to the OB, I had an appointment on Friday. And I was like feeling okay. I wasn't amazing, but I just wore a mask. That's what they told me on the phone. I said, do I need to cancel my appointment? And they're like, just wear a mask. I'm like, okay.
No, I know. The regulations, it's crazy. Yeah. Like the difference.
When I went to my OB, they like put it in my head that like, they're like, yeah, you like lingering effects of COVID. Sometimes if the baby's not moving as much, like who cares? Just like drop everything and go to the hospital and and go. So like the next day, of course, I have that in my head and I'm like, she hasn't moved as much. What do I do? And then I went out and got a big fat Coke and like some candy.
Right.
And
I feel like they have to say that for like legality,
right,
liability reasons, because there's always that one case somewhere that happened.
Yeah.
But
and I guess
yeah,
oxygenation to the baby gets affected with COVID, apparently. So,
right.
So then that's where I discovered that my taste and smell are gone because like a big fat McDonald's Coke, like always hits the
always
damn
hits
spot.
So crispy. Yeah.
Crispy, bubbly, amazing, like always like fixes your whole life. It didn't. And I was like, what? And then like it took me like the rest of the day to be like, oh, I've lost my taste. Got it. Like that's what it is. Or like my taste is fakakt. Like it's not the same.
Yeah.
So that really sucks as a pregnant individual. So that's it really. Like, and yeah, I'm still like hacking up along a little bit, but so I apologize if I have to take a coughing break or a, blow my nose break or any of that. Cause that's the thing. Like when I talk too much is when it like really aggravates.
Right.
When we're podcasters. So.
Right. Literally we have to talk.
So it's a little bit hard.
You love to talk. You're a yapper.
I know, right? It's funny because I got my nails done yesterday and I was hacking, and she was like, "What's like?" I told her I had COVID like a week ago, but I was like, "Yeah, it's because I haven't talked this much in like a week." So that's what happened here at the Berlant household. So, needless to say, like, yeah, obviously, like we just weren't ready to record, because it was just
sick girl summer. It is
sick girl summer right now. And it was just too much. And thank you all for understanding because yeah, it was a journey for both of us, but we have made it out the other side.
Until the next one, which is,
I know, just like God forbid that, I mean, yeah, like I said, I am grateful that this happened before the baby gets here. Hopefully this is like our sickness of the summer. And then,
yeah,
we live, laugh, love through the first few weeks of this little girl.
Yep.
Yeah. So those are all of our updates because that's all that's been happening in our lives.
Yeah.
So then shall we go into our advice segment?
Let's do it.
Okay. So just to let listeners know, every month we post an anonymous link on our Instagram page, on our stories, and we give you guys the opportunity to ask questions, ask for advice, ask anything really. Like, are you in a quarrel? Are your kids just being crazy and you need some advice, or you just want us to bounce ideas off? Do you want like a baby product recommendation? Do you want,
or just venting, like literally whatever
it may be? So we have that, and I post it. So just look out on our Instagram at Scrunchy Moms Club Podcast, and it will be there every month.
Was that last segment where it was like a majority of dads writing in? Like just from the context, it seemed like they were all dads.
We had a couple of dads. Yeah. So like, anything can happen here at Scrunchy Moms Club Podcast. So
anything is possible.
So we've got a few going on. So let's start with our first one. All right. Found out I'm pregnant with number 2. Need all the info I can get about this transition. What are we doing about double strollers?
Oh my God. So funny.
Okay. Yeah. Like, welcome to the club. It's crazy.
Welcome.
And congratulations.
Congrats.
What are we doing about this transition?
I mean, I wish I knew like what the age is because I did 2 under 2. So, and I'm like, I guess it doesn't even matter the age, but I'm like, I think it's from what I've seen online, I think it's a rare take. Like, what's harder, going from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2? I think the majority of the people will say 0 to 1 is harder, but I have never agreed with that. I have never agreed with that.
All my friends say 1 to 2 is harder.
Okay, so maybe it's just online is not being real because I'm like, I understand why people might think 0 to 1 is harder because in the grand scheme, I guess it's hard because your life has changed the most, like going from 1 to 2, you're doing more of the same. You're just doing it more and you have less time and less help.
I think it's all about perspective.
Yeah. Cause like, and when I do look back on like when I had Geo, like, yes, like my mental health was probably lower. I know my postpartum was a lot worse, but when I look at actual physical difficulty going from 1 to 2, which not to scare you, but I'm just being real, that was way harder just because you literally have another human. Like you have double the human. Like the math's not mathing. Like you have 2 humans.
Your dynamics already, I mean, yeah, you've gotten used to one for so long and then now you're adding another human and it's going to be kind of like one-to-one correspondence with like mom and dad.
So that's why I think I find it the hardest. It's because when you have the one, it's like you and your partner and then the one. So it's like you can tag team a lot of it. Like, hey, you take the baby, I'm going to go take a nap. Yes, it does matter if you're like nursing, pumping, because like for me, I was doing all that. So I was doing more of the work. But when you have that second or third, fourth, whatever, it's man-to-man defense at that point. Like you're never not with a child. So because I was pumping, I was with the newborn most of the time, and Taylor was live, laugh, loving, taking the toddler to the park, to this. And so it's a lot of FOMO. It's a lot of like, you feel like you and your partner, I feel like you have to have a really solid foundation because you're going to be apart for a lot of it because like I said, it's man-to-man defense. So it's a lot of like, you're separated, but you will come back together eventually. So I find that first year, it's really hard. It's a real big adjustment. It's also a big adjustment for the already toddler, however old they are. It's adjustment for them too. So it's like everybody is adjusting. So it's hard, but I think I'm on the outside of it now where I can say it's 100% worth it.
Yeah.
But it is hard. In my opinion, it is harder than 0 to 1. But like I said, that's like a controversial. A lot of people don't feel that way, but I feel like it was harder. But I've also heard like after 2, like you could have 3, 4, 5. Like the 1 to 2 is like really hard.
That is what I've heard too. Is that like once you have number 3, 4, 5, whatever, they're just like it's just another body.
You might as well have 10. Yeah, but like the 1 to 2 is like a really big adjustment. So that gives me a little more hope.
I think too, there's like such an attachment to your first one. Like that's your like that's who made you mommy, you know? And like that is
yes. And actually I will say that too, like that, not to get like too deep, but that was hard too, because it's like, you don't want to compare the loves, but like, it's like you knew this one baby for me, 19 months. And then when the new baby came, it's like, you obviously don't have that. Some people do have that immediate spark, but it's like, I found myself comparing the relationships of like, well, I don't know this child. I've known him for 3 days, but like, I know. Right. But like, I know this child and I'm missing out on a bunch of his life because he's like still going to places and I'm staying home with the baby. So it's like, you really have to get at, and your postpartum hormones will like trick your mind to thinking all those thoughts. But so like that is an adjustment. And so if that happens, that's totally normal. And again, you grow out of it. But that's a big adjustment too. Like trying to compare like your relationship between the two, and there's just no comparison because like I said, you've known this child for this long, and the love, it's there, and it will, you know, like I said, now I look back on that and I'm like, that was silly. Like obviously I love my children both equally tremendously, but it's an adjustment. Like I said, I find it harder. You're not
the first person to have said that either though. So like that's why I feel like I've had a lot of my friends prepare me for that. And I appreciate that it's not just like your heart.
No, because you feel like, you know, you feel so guilty and isolate when you're in it. Because I'm just like, I shouldn't be feeling like this. Like, why am I feeling like this? But reaching out to other moms who have felt that way, like definitely have made me feel less alone. But again, I don't feel like that. It's a very temporary feeling.
Yeah.
But if you do have it, it's normal.
And if you just got pregnant, I will be going through it in real time here on the podcast. So I will I don't know. I'm not a girl that typically likes to talk about my feelings and everything that I'm going through.
Yeah.
No, you'll be hearing it here first about what I at least feel during that transition.
But wait, so she did just find out she's pregnant and she has another child. So you could kind of briefly talk about.
Yeah, found out I'm pregnant you said with number 2. Need all the info I can get about this transition.
I know you said even the pregnancy, obviously, baby girl hasn't made her appearance yet. But
being pregnant with
being
the toddler,
pregnant, Exactly.
or just with another child. Whew. Especially like right now, I'm just really feeling it in the end right now. Like this, I'm slowing down so much. And I'm not going to lie, like the guilt is over. Actually, that was my fail is like that. I don't know. These last couple of weeks, I've been really feeling the guilt. Like it went away a little bit and now it came. And I know it's not going to be linear because nothing is in this world. And yeah, the guilt that you feel that you can't do all the things that you like used to do with your child. That is what kind of sucks. But it is like, I know, because right now I feel like Jonah is like all about daddy right now. Like, and it's okay. It's okay. It just like sucks, but it's okay. So, and I just have to remind myself that I'm growing this sibling for them that they're going to love. And, you know, it's going to be, I think it's going to be amazing for Jonah to have a sibling. He's just such only child energy. So I'm ready for him to like, you know, he's got to be able to share and to, you know, tolerate another human being in the house. So I think it's going to be I think I have more excitement in that regard, but also let me tell you as well as like, I haven't really had time to like sit down and be like, oh, my life's changing again. I have not.
Right.
I have not had that luxury of just like, I'm just going with
sitting in your thoughts.
No, I really haven't. And I'm just like going with the flow. I am not, I'm not festering in thoughts this time around because I think you don't have time.
Right. And maybe that's in turn why I thought 0 to 1 is easier, because you had time to like really for 9 months sit down and prepare and be like, what is a life going to look out to your partner? What are we going to do financially? This, that, the other. When you already have one running rampant in these streets, like you don't have time. You're just like, we'll figure it out. We'll put a bed in a crib somewhere and we'll figure it out.
That is literally my mentality right now. Like I have a bassinet. I have like the basic needs of an infant. We're good because nursery
you're kind of just surviving
not
at
done
that
and
point,
it won't be done, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
So it's and then if that helps at all with like, you know, hopefully, but I'm excited. Obviously, I'm so excited, and especially having a girl, like a different, you know, but being pregnant with a girl versus a boy, yeah, it's just been so different. I don't know. It's different, but it will be really great. I know that it's going to take some time, like Savannah said. And like I said, I'll be here
linear.
In real time for you, baby girl, to let you know how it's going. So, but you did also ask about double strollers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the lighthearted good part. Ugh, I love me a double stroller.
Well, I have the Mino Duo.
You're a bougie bitch. Like we don't need.
Let's listen. I got it gifted to me, okay,
right?
Which was a really nice gift. So I have the Mino Duo, but it's so funny because on my registry I asked for the Jeep, because
the Jeep has a good one. The Zoe double stroller, I've been trying to eye that.
That one's also a little bougie.
I know. That's why I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace. My double stroller. So let's go more general. We don't need to go brands. I thought for like infant. So I had a 19-month-old and an infant, and I wanted what do they call? Like a double, like an incline, like a front and a back one. And I got a double wide one. So I felt like they were both needed for different purposes. So again, we thrifted both of them. So they're very cheap. The front and back one, I only use for a few months. So like if you have to just pick one type of double stroller, the double wide one is definitely better. It grows with the child because you can put the infant in the car seat, like adapter
you can do
part.
Car seat, or you can buy an infant insert, because I have like, and also, well, the Mino Duo has this, but it has like an infant, like, there's a part of it that
almost
comes, that comes out. And it like guards the legs and from them like sliding.
It's almost
up
like a
down.
bassinet. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But again, like I said, like not everyone has the Mino Duo. But
yeah, I would just say do a lot of research. But mine is literally like a baby trend one, like a jogging. I do like the jogging style. That's like 3 or 4 wheels.
Well, because I also was gonna do like a not the horizontal, a vertical, I guess you call it a vertical.
Yeah, front and back. Yeah.
And I have that as well because, the first like 6-7 months when they're not holding their head up, like, or if I'm alone with the infant, I'm not going to like take the stroller, so I do have like my single to double stroller in that regard. But like Savannah said, I know that I'm only going to use it for like 6 months, but it's okay. Like,
right. So I would say like thrift that one, look for like an eat. But that one is nice when he's like, they're super itty bitty and you can just put the car seat like right in front of you and then the toddler's in the front. Yeah. But the toddler does not have a lot of space in that one. So it's like for like a theme park or like an all day affair, like the double wide is right where it's at. I don't think you have to pay a lot of money for a double wide one. Just anyone that's like has the recline. No, for me,
I swear the Jeep Destination is what I wanted. It's not even $300.
Right.
And
right.
I've heard like such amazing things about it.
And I feel like everybody just has different standards of what they want. Like for me, I'm all about the storage. I want a huge basket and I want cup holders. But like some people don't care about that. Like that's why the Dunas always like freak me out. Cause I'm like, there's no storage and no cup holders. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with all your shit?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, just if you want to like DM us, we'll give you like our personal like links of all the double strollers we love, but I would say a double wide one for sure. And I even still kept like the travel system from Geo for Julian, like just the single.
Yeah.
Like literally my garage is just an inventory of different strollers. But I think having a single one like for little destinations where I'm like Geo can walk. And if not, we'll like switch. Sometimes you don't need a double. Sometimes you just need a single. So if I like was rich and I would literally have a garage of strollers. Like I love strollers.
Yeah, strollers are really cool.
Yeah.
We love strollers around here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. We are trying to plan a vacation. My husband wants to take the trip without our daughter. She's 19 months old. He feels that like he wants to do a trip just us two. I understand him, and it has been hard taking vacations with her, but I feel bad leaving her and want her to come along. Thoughts?
That's like you. This is like you and me's different perspective because like I'm the dad.
Well, it's actually so funny you say. Well, yeah, girl, I feel you first of all because I'm literally the same. Or like both Sam and I are the same. Like when we're planning a trip and we're just like, let's just bring Jonah. Like it's just so So I get you there, right? But I do. So your daughter's 19 months. Have you guys taken a trip? Just the two of you?
It sounds like the answer is no.
Okay, so if the answer is no, then I'm so sorry. I hate siding with a man, but we might have to take a trip, just you two.
No, it's so important for your marriage.
I haven't done it in almost 4 years, and that's why I was saying it's funny this was mentioned because I am finally like I'm planning a trip, just the two of us, like for our 5-year wedding anniversary is in January. And we're just going to go to an all-inclusive, just us. I know. And but here Sam goes. He's like, why don't we? And I'm like, nope. This time, let's just do us two. Let's have a sexy vacation.
Right.
The baby will be 6 months old. Jonah will be just fine. He'll have just turned 4. Like we need to do it. Like we need it, So I would say, Mama, who just wrote in that, like, I totally feel you, but it is so necessary. And I'm regretful that I haven't done it yet. And it's been almost 4 years. So I don't want you to get to my place where you're like, oh, goddamn, like, I hate my husband. Like, I haven't looked at him in 4 years.
It's so important for your marriage. And also it's important for the kids too, to like, they also need to realize they will be okay without you, Cause it's like,
and like
a double
relationship. Like, that's the secret is they're better. They're better without you.
They're thriving. They'll thrive. Yeah. You'll be crying in your hotel room like once or twice. Like that's totally normal. And they will be live, laugh, loving, won't even want to FaceTime you. Like they'll be totally fine.
Yeah. So just like having, and especially if you want more, like it is, like it's important to, get that time, just you two. So as much as I agree with you, I get what your husband is saying as well. So it's, yeah. So I said it to Sam. I was like, we're doing it. That's it. Like, I had to be the one because actually, no, we're both like that. But I would say out of the two of us, like Sam is more like, let's just bring Jonah. And then I'm just like, okay.
Right. And I feel like the planning, the packing, the getting there is going to be where you're the saddest. But once you're there, in my opinion, it's like, wow, I can eat in peace. I can sleep in. Like, you're not going to want to come back in a way.
Right.
Like,
right. And
no, you totally will.
And
but
also,
you know
like,
what I mean.
I particularly wanted a trip where there's no planning. There's no, like, I mean, Sam and I
we love
it.
an all-inclusive.
Yeah, Sam and I love an all-inclusive. So, and
because there's no thinking. Like, as parents, you have to think for everybody. You have to keep two humans alive. So you just want to get there and not have to think.
The only thing I have to think about is, do I want a skinny margarita or do I want a caipirinha?
Right. Do you want to lay by the pool overlooking the beach or go on the beach? Like, those are the decisions I want to be making.
For at least a few hours of my life.
Right.
Yeah, because I think we're going to do like Thursday to Sunday because our anniversary is on a Saturday. So it's really just, and it's I feel like you should celebrate 5-year anniversary, right? Like, I feel like it's a milestone.
You totally should. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm making it a milestone, if anything.
Yeah.
And again, that we literally still haven't done anything, just us two. So, and I don't count like weddings. I don't count like, because we did go to a wedding, but I literally didn't even see my husband the whole weekend. So
right. No, that doesn't
and
count.
I wasn't. So anyway, yeah. So go on the trip, girl. You deserve it. You deserve it. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh, wait. I got a text message. 1 second. Oh, perfect. Okay.
How many more do we have? Like,
we have
2
more.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay. I'm starting to see signs of developmental delays in my nephew. I'm no doctor, but do I, or how do I even approach this?
Ooh. All right. Well, this is interesting because one, you have a child. Yes. Also, our profession, we've worked with developmentally delayed children for many, many years. So, but that's tough. But it's not her child, right? You said it's nephew.
Her nephew.
All right. So you go first. How would you? Did they say the age?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's tough.
Tricky when it's not your child. It's really tricky.
Someone came.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I honestly want to say like not your place at all, but I understand the concern.
Right.
This would be a whole different conversation if this was like her child.
Yeah. Well, I get it. I mean, if I saw, I'm trying to think like how I would be with my sister. What my sister would be like, this is how I feel. Like she would just tell me.
Your sister would kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
She's so opinionated. But me on the other
you would do the same thing if it was your sister doing that to you. You'd be like, respectfully, fuck off.
It depends on like the relationship with your sibling, I guess. Also. If you have that banter, then maybe, but no, like there are times where I don't want to tell my sister, what to, like, it's her family's her family. My family's my family. Like we, as much as our children are our children, like her children are mine, like like we still have like our boundaries in that regard. So,
right. And I even feel like that with you and like Griselli, some Ruby and all, like you guys are like my sisters. So like, I feel like as much as I know it's coming from a place of love. Like you love your nephew. Like I love all of my little nephews and nieces. However, I think when I look at big picture, and we might have opposite opinions, I feel like it is not your place to say anything. I feel like
well, how did you feel when I came to you guys like, hey, I think something's going on with Jonah?
Well, yeah. So I guess that's what I'm saying. You kind of have to wait for her to come to you. So I do remember because, we went on that trip to St. Augustine. That was like right before he got his evaluation. But even before that, because, his speech was always delayed. Well, his speech was always delayed, but then you were always like, I really don't think it's autism. I think it was all the heart stuff. Like there were many variables to Jonah.
I know, it's different.
And you would come to us and ask, and we would be honest. And
you would be. But I'm a different human being. I'm like, Also, I'm so aware because of the profession that I'm in.
Our profession,
So it's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
I think I might not be I don't know.
So again, yeah, I think
I
if
was
someone
aware.
came to me,
I've always been aware. I was always aware something was different about him. And then obviously all the health stuff took precedent. And then once we were on a good track health-wise, then I got him evaluated, and then here we are.
right. So like, I think it'd be different if someone came to you, sister or not, like friend or not, like who has no sort of history of having a child, you know, like you had said that person at the park came up to Sam and was like, oh, is your child autistic? Like, I know they probably meant it from a good place, but it comes off really rude, you know? So I'm going to say you don't say anything. Like you can, if they come to you, you can give your honest opinion, but at the end of the day, it's not your child. I don't know. It's really tricky waters. That's really tricky. What do you think?
I mean, maybe you can word it in a way of like, how do you think he's doing? Or have you thought, no. Because I was going to say, like,
right.
Have you thought about getting him evaluated? Like, no, that's not something.
No,
not every mom would be receptive to that.
I really think that's for the parents and the doctor. Like, I really don't think, even if the child was so obviously, like, to you, obviously, so I really don't think it's anyone's place. I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking if someone came to me, even if it was from a loving place, I would really take it to heart. Because you also don't know what that parent, even though you know your sister, you don't know what she might be thinking about this too. And I don't know.
And then might get defensive and then it turns into a thing.
Yeah, it might honestly alter your relationship. So I would say wait for her to come to you if she does. And if she doesn't, don't take offense to it. Like, as much as you love your nephew, she loves her son too. So she's going to do whatever she needs to do. And obviously, if the child is going to regular doctor appointments, like, you know, if it got to a point, it would get noticed and something would happen.
I know, but sometimes people be in denial, I know. Like, you know, so.
No, I know. And we've even had clients, like parents like that too, where like, they obviously need services, but they're not ready. And again, that's not our place to decide.
I know.
Like, and as much as we disagree with it, it's just like the anti-vaxxers. Like, as much as we disagree with that, like, it's not our place. It's not our children, unfortunately. All we can do is love them and be there for them and the parents.
I've had it. I mean, people have had it with me, but I've also been like aware of it, so I wasn't like offended. But when it's the other way around, because like I've had remember that stupid dentist that I went to? And she was like, "Oh, your son has autism," and like it was like I think we had just come home from I don't know something was like I was just so sensitive, and I literally like cried offended, and like screamed at her, like I know, thanks. Like I was, and like,
I think I if I'm remembering correctly, you've also had family members, like when you went on this autism journey, like first diagnosis, didn't you have family and friends come to you and be like, I think he's fine. Like he's just, that's also not your place. Like whatever I decide to do as a parent, whether I do something or not, like that's why I really think for the betterment of your relationship with your sister or brother, whoever it was, I don't think it's your place. I stand firm on that, I think. Yeah. Like all you can do is love them, be there for them. If they come to you and ask for your opinion, then you can tread lightly and say what you think.
What are you seeing? Like, like that sounds like something.
Like
maybe
I have noticed this, but yeah, I would.
But don't go like all like ham on them, because it's a very sensitive topic, and I can't. Ooh.
And unfortunately, it's not one for you to make.
Good day too, because some days I'd be like, don't talk to me about my nonverbal son right now. Or like some days I can not joke, but I can like accept it. And, so I think because being a special needs parent, you go through every day is a roller coaster, and some days may be good, some days may be shit.
Right. And at the end of the day, you have to be their voice. Like you have to advocate for them. You have to defend them. So it's just, I would say don't say anything until they ask.
Yeah, I guess I'm leaning more towards that. I don't know. It also, again, it depends on the rapport with your sister or brother. And yeah. So I don't know if we really helped you, but hopefully we gave you just some ideas of what to do depending on your, like I said, your relationship with them. But yeah, no, I feel that.
I don't know. I'm a firm believer of anything like disability, autism, delay aside, like whether you want to put shoes on your child or not, like, hey, it's none of your business unless the parent is doing something like physically
harmful.
Harmful to the child. Like, it is just not your place unless your friend, family member comes to you and asks, like, what's your opinion on this? I don't think it's your place. That's what I think.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
Okay. Those were some good ones. Okay. Where are we? Speaking of that, like, have we found out more about what happened with the guy who saved his daughter from the Disney cruise? Like, I think we found. Have all of you heard?
Let's just
podcast. Have you heard about this?
So on a Disney cruise, I think it was the Disney Dream or Disney Wish, doesn't matter. But a little girl, she's 4 or 5 years old, fell off of a cruise ship, which you should just know, like, if a person goes overboard, it's like very likely you will never see them again. But the dad responded so fast, he jumped in after her, and they were both, and also the Disney Cruise Line was so fast to act that they were able to save them, rescue them, which is, again, very, like, it is so not likely. Like, that is such a, like, and also to the dad's, like, credit, yes, there's a lot of like chatter online about, that's the thing, when these horrible incidents happen, whether it be drowning, falling, like, again, it kind of gets back to this last question. It's just like, accidents happen, like they do, and as much as they could be avoided or not, like, I try so hard not to judge these parents because it could happen to anybody. But yes, there was a lot of chatter going online like that he, you know, because those Disney cruise bloggers are getting on their Facebook like, I heard he put the child on the railing for a picture, whatever. Apparently the police department have said that is not true.
Because didn't you tell me, you or Ruby, somebody told me that there's cameras on each balcony.
Yeah, so they know what happened, but it's also none of our business too, because it's like this family just went through a trauma.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah, it sounds like the police department, they're not going to give us details, but they did shut down that rumor that he did not do that. So whether she climbed up by herself, you know, still there's the judgment of people like, well, why weren't you watching your child do that? But again, it's just, at the end of the day, accidents happen. At the end of the day, we don't know what happened. We don't know the full story. At the end of the day, it is a miracle that he was so quick to jump in and successfully get to her, because you have to think the cruise ship is going this fast the opposite way. The fact that she didn't sink right away, like, all of it is insane. And from being a lifeguard and a swim instructor for my first half of my life, I don't think anyone realizes how hard it is to tread water. 1, to tread water, period. 2, to tread water in the open ocean with the current and all of that. 3, to tread water for 20 minutes holding somebody afloat. Like, it is almost impossible. That dad was running on pure adrenaline and love, and just,
you know, Sam was telling me emotional. That if that ever happens, well, you're not supposed to tread. You're supposed to, like, put the child, like, on your
float. You're trying to float, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And kind of like, don't go against the current. You kind of have to just
float.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Save your energy.
So insane.
It's crazy.
This girl does need a lot of therapy.
At the end of the day, I'm not going to shit on that family because they're already being shit on. And like I said, I'm a firm believer as accidents happen, and they're already, whatever mean thoughts you're thinking about that family, they're already thinking that 20 times over and receiving that. So, like, yeah. I'm just so happy that it was a good ending, and
right.
And that everybody came out unscathed pretty much. I mean, mentally, not so much, I'm sure. Like I said, that dad, regardless of whether it was his fault or not, you don't think he's having nightmares on the daily about it. And the mother, like, ooh. So just, I don't know. You don't need to put your energy into hating that family because they're going through it. And it's just a miracle that they were okay. Yeah. I remember seeing that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, just the fact that they are both okay.
Like, that's all that matters, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Do you have wins and fails?
Well, I was just going to say that, my fail is getting the HFM, the big old HFM, and my win is that we survived it.
Right. I did I write anything down? I might have.
If I want to give like a really fail, it's just like I said, we've been off of routine for so long this whole month because another club sickness.
Yeah.
The kids' behaviors have just been, so I have been mentally. So I guess my fail is just the kids have just
getting back
been,
on routine has been.
Yeah. And I've just been so drained. Like I had like a little mommy breakdown the other day. That's just like, I don't know if I can do this whole stay-at-home mom thing. Like I was just so burnt out. And I know it's just temporary because of all of this off routine stuff, but I really was like, I was Googling like, and trying to listen to other stay-at-home moms. Like, I don't know whether I should go back to work or maybe like get a gym membership to somewhere with like a daycare or send them. So like, I literally had like a breakdown. I was like, something needs to change. Cause like I cannot keep doing this. But again, then the next day it was fine. So I really do think it's just the situation I'm in currently with the kids, getting them back. It was unfortunate that this had to happen like right after all of the traveling and all of the stress of that. So just sort of figuring out my life and just surviving it, really.
No, that's so yeah, I get it. But hopefully the being back on routine will help you.
I really think that's what it is. I mean, I don't think it's talked about enough. Like, and even when I was looking at like, why am I feeling this way? A lot of it was like, you need to leave the house. Even if you leave the house with kids or without kids, like, I think that is really what was a detriment to my mental health this last week is we could not leave the house.
No, there's something about like, just get out of those four
and then
walls.
But then when you get in that way, when you get your mental health is bad or when the kids are acting out, you don't want to leave the house. So it's like you're self-sabotaging because it's like the more you feel this way and the kids feel this way, you want to stay home, but then that makes it even worse on everybody. So I really do think now that we're on the other side of this illness, we can start leaving the house more. I'm going to feel better, but it's been rough to say the least. Yeah. The whole week has been a fail, but the win has been I'm still alive.
She's alive.
Everybody's still alive.
She's alive. Yeah, I was going to say my fail continues to be like I'm either at your throat or I'm crying.
Right, the hormones, the rage.
No between. Like
You're either throwing spoons or you're throwing hugs.
No, or I'm crying. Like I'm just like crying. I've cried so much, like especially while I was sick. I was like just being a baby, but like I've cried a lot too. Yeah, so that's basically, and then like obviously everything else, but my win was gonna be that like Jonah is just like he's saying. I'm hearing more words lately, and like but the thing is with Jonah is like you can't praise him. You can't say like, oh my God, say it again, or do like it has to be seriously on his terms. And if you try anything, even take out your phone, you cannot do anything.
You have to act like it's not happening.
You have to act like it's not happening, or just like move on. So like, for instance, we were like laying on the only thing I can really do is like snuggle him these days. So we were snuggling on the couch yesterday and I was like, oh, Jonah, like, I love you. And he just goes, mama. And like, it was just like, and I just had to like soak in the moment rather than like, react or just like, or like,
it's like Sam, one tiny tear just
and Sam said something like, oh, good job, Jonah. And he said, good job. And like and I'm like, Sam's the one that needs to chill. Right. Because of course he gets, rightfully so, he gets excited, but he's not understanding like,
stop praising my child, God damn it. What are you, monster?
Yeah. So it's like little thing, like he will just imitate you like randomly and you just have to like keep going and like act like it didn't happen. So you just have to be like,
these children, man.
I know. So yeah, so that was my win. It's just like, I've just been hearing so much more of like that imitation and it's really cute. Okay. Well, dare I say?
Dare you say?
Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Scrunchy Moms Club podcast. If you don't already follow us, please follow us at Scrunchy Moms Club podcast on TikTok, on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Scrunchy Moms Club podcast, the pink one. give us a like, give us a comment, give us a DM, whatever it is, whatever it may be. And, you know, and like I said, look out for our next, it'll be next month, probably. Yeah, we got to talk about maternity leave and all that, but we'll get there.
We're literally just minute by minute.
We are minute by minute here, but we'll update the listeners what we're going to do when I give
And if
birth.
we take a break, we take a break.
We might take like
It's
a week or two
fine.
break and then like come back.
A week or two. Wow, you're really optimistic.
We'll see. I do not know truly, but
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Nobody
saying. Like it
knows.
will be kind of minute by minute. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that offline. But yes, likes, comments, follow us, Bus Club, another club. We love you guys.
We're back, baby. We're back.
We're back for now, and we're alive. And that's all that really matters.
Today, we're back.
And I hope you all stay
Tomorrow.
alive. That's the
Right.
goal. So, all right. We love you guys so much, and we hope you have a great week. Bye.
Bye.